if you're new here, I'm Kaniti, and if you're already watching this channel, welcome back. Today we are continuing watching Skins UK Series 4, and we're on the 7th episode today, so let's get to it, let's go. Okay, so as I can see, it is called Effie, and last time we saw Effie, well, it was actually the last episode I watched before my long break. It was a Freddy episode from his point of view. And Effie was really not doing well there. She was very suicidal, and she did make a suicide attempt in the end of the episode. I'm pretty sure that's not how I think it showed that she survived. But yeah, that's pretty much when it ended, honestly. She going to psychiatrist now? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a psychiatrist. So he feels like that was an important point in her life? That she was really affected by that? I'm interested in bad stuff. I need to realize what's the issue. So far, he's doing a better job than that other psychiatrist or whatever he was that with JJ. Obviously, it's early to make any conclusions, but he's kind of talking to her normally at least. Interesting art, actually. It's really cool. So she is like full time living in a facility. Oh my god. The nurse is not handling it. The paintings are really cool. That's what I like. Oh, that is a nice house. Wait, can she just. Did she just go home? She was prescribed some pills. From depression, maybe? I'm not even sure what they diagnosed her with. Is this a real book? I never saw. I never heard it. Oh my god, what am I saying? I never heard about it. Never saw it. Combine these two sentences. Yeah, I guess she's just visiting that facility. Or no, mom is visiting her. Okay. So she kinda doesn't want to see Freddy? It seems if she just there was this kind of vibe that mom assumes she wouldn't want Freddy's stuff. So I guess she doesn't want to see him. And she actually saw it. She was in the car, right? So that is very traumatic. She saw it with her eyes. Okay, so what's the reward? What do we get from this? That's just rewriting. Does it really help? It's like lying to yourself. It can happen naturally as a self-defense mechanism, as I know, at least it happens in manga, that you do forget traumatic experiences. Just brain helps you to forget them by itself. But is it really smart to rewrite it like by yourself? It's just burying it. It's not working through it. Hello. Fine. Is it though? The buildings here are really nice. Ah. Uh, Neither. You're not okay, and I guess you're not breaking up. No! It seems like she's asking you for advice, actually. What? Ah, she's taking a page from her psychiatrist's book. Exactly. You can't. You have to work through it and not just bury it. Is she retelling the plot of the film? I actually saw this movie when I was little. It was such a long time ago. I barely remember it. So he thinks if she's looking okay and making jokes, then she's healthy. Ah, okay. I see. It looks like she feels like she needs these sessions and they do help her. So, at least that's the impression I got. If it's not like just she wanted to get out of here as soon as possible, so she pretended to be better. This guy is so happy, like he just cured her from everything. Don't be so big headed. Maybe he's just happy for her. Maybe he's just celebrating that she seems to be getting better. I don't know. But in any case, I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist or anything. Uh, but the sense of normality, if you are feeling a little bit better, can also help. Like you are living your normal life, you are adapting. Isn't it part of like working through it? Though I don't know. It looks sterile. Sterile? Kind of room you go insane in. Needs some color. I feel like her mom wants her to feel like she's starting from a clean slate. It's very big. I have just like a book where I plan my days. And she has a whole poster. Cute. But can she really abstain from drink or drugs? Like nobody on this show can. Thanks for the advice. It seemed in Freddy episode like she did link some of the issues that she had, I don't know how to say it, to Freddy. So maybe she did decide to cut herself from Freddy because she feels like she does feel worse with him. They're all almost empty. We need to buy new ones soon, I guess. Someone is calling already? I think I missed who it is. Maybe Freddy? Sorry. Pills. Reading. Pills. Eating pills, milk. That does look very sad. Just sleep pills. Oh, college. So they do still go to college. Well, she did very diligently fill it in. Oh, Freddy is in the plans. Okay, let's see. Maybe I was wrong. And she didn't reject that cardigan or whatever that was. So yeah, maybe I was like off the base. He must feel so happy to see her. He's lost for words. I assume they didn't see each other since her suicide attempt. I would feel so relieved to see her again in his shoes. Okay, she seems to be happy to reunite with him. What do you mean? Ah, so it was his suggestion. The counselor. Dude, he's just a professional. Why are you acting kind of jealous? No. Why is he so mad? Freddy, you are acting like an idiot. Does he feel hurt that, like, there are many bad memories connected to him? Did he really? They were kind of talking more about her brother and stuff, to be honest. Did she really use the method of burying? I don't know. Is it really that good? When you just pretend stuff didn't happen? Wouldn't it surface sooner or later and kinda strike you with the new force, so to say? It's kinda interesting music. I don't know, it has this like a folk feeling. See, she's trying to convince herself. Burying and just convincing yourself, is it really the answer? Everything stays down deep, but then, what if it surfaces? And it feels like She was affected by time spent with him. It made her want to take the pills. Well, it isn't her plan. She's doing the plan. But no, it made her feel rattled. Hmm. The sound is so annoying. I'm so glad I have mine on Do Not Disturb. Is this Pandora? Panda. Again, the missed Pandora. We haven't seen her for a while. Dang, her clothes look very similar to like some of the clothes I had when I was eating. So they are on the retaking of the exam for different reasons. Or wait, was that her surname? So pretty. Ah, so these are results. Okay. C is a passing grade. Like you don't have to retake that. Um. Hmm. Well, she did say she wants to retake. Like she just couldn't come and she had a good reason. He looks so annoying. He just wants to rewrite them as if like they never happened. That's just like in her counseling sessions. Like it never happened. We just give you good grades. You are an A student. Yeah, it's not very realistic. I mean, I would take it. I can understand why she's like, wait, that's kind of fucked up. But I would take it. Do these grades really matter? I mean, mine didn't matter. Okay. didn't even know what to say. I'm like, huh? What is he talking about? What bigger things? He said the only thing that matters is happiness. It's almost like this kind of toxic positivity. I mean, it's good to be happy, but not when you're lying to yourself about it, right? They even care about each other's results. Oh, congrats. Oh, like BBC, like a channel. Perfect. Everyone is happy. That's nice. Everyone is super happy about this. What? Why are they so happy? You can lie about it. I guess they are showing them. It's almost like she's been brainwashed. I don't know. She wants to drop them as friends. Is this really a good idea? Well, I mean, they're not the best influence, of course, but you can still interact with them. Like, I had friends who drank and even like took drugs or maybe like drugs, stuff like that. It doesn't mean I have to do it. Sorry. Don't talk to bad men. Very nice. She's right. Clearly, it is sad that he has feelings for her and he still has them. Yeah. Not the kindest response, but at least it is honest. Yeah, so she also does feel like she wants to start from a completely new slate, like forget about everything that happened in her life before and just start a new life completely without her friends and stuff. Like, what? Who are we talking about exactly? So they are going very metaphorical. Like there's darkness inside her, and she has to let in the light. Aww, that's cute. But I feel like no, like Cook was bad for her, but well, thank you. Thanks, mom. She tried. Yeah, I understand her reasoning. Well, to an extent, okay? To an extent. I think she really okay. What she said. So that's like I thought. Like in the Freddy's episode, it did seem like being with him did affect her negatively. So that explains why she wants to cut him from her life. And maybe she thinks it's easier to cut all the whole like friend group because they're all connected to each other. And as I said, like start from the clean slate. Is she? Does she do check marks? So she wasn't taking her pills, but mom's not mom reminding her, but saying "I love you" made her think like, "Oh, I should take them." What did her giraffes disappear? He was supposed to make her happy. She's really spiraling because of this. Did Freddy steal him or something? Yeah, she's still very unwell. It feels like she was also hanging on Potter to being her emotional support. So the second he disappeared, she feels very affected. Was he under the pillow? Ah, behind the bed. How did he get there? What, she decided to trash everything now? She feels like, I don't want to clean up. I'd rather just burn everything. But also maybe she feels like these are things connected to her, like past life, that she's trying to run away from, I guess you could say. This is kind of becoming a kind of a toxic relationship with her counselor. I didn't like some of the hints that were set up. I feel like Freddy acting jealous, and then this guy also saying, "You are wonderful." And now this creepy shot. I don't know, there's something wrong with it. Will they do it like with the Naomi and the teacher, where the counselor like hits on her with a very uncomfortable moment? Or is this more like about being psychologically dependent on another person? How to say it? It would be interesting if James actually would play a positive role in this episode. Really? So you never really paid attention to your surroundings. That's kind of cute that Freddy called him. Is she brainwashed completely? Elizabeth? It feels like she's losing her mind in a completely new way. How did they actually, from Elizabeth, how does Effie come? It's pretty different. So are they having like a clean slate? We just met each other? And now they go to a party? What is going on? Did she go so clean slate brainwashed that she actually forgot she knows him? No, that's too much. Because being with Freddy did make her go mad, but she was right when she said about Cook is not good for her. That kind of goes against her new plan. I thought she wants to be all like good now, clean slate and stuff. Are you okay? Did that man really hypnotize her into forgetting stuff? Wait, is this the place of the... Did she really forget? Where Tony got hit by a bus? Oh my god. She really did forget. What the fuck? That is like hypnosis. I mean, can't argue with that. She really is brainwashed. Oh, it is her favorite film. I think it's in her head, right? The bus. She's remembering. He undid all the... See? It would surface! One way or another! Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, that's not very kind. But I hope it is down to like when people are going psychotic, it kind of calms them down. Didn't really help. Dude, she can't just stop. She's clearly unwell. Well, I'm happy nobody else got hit by a bus at least. I mean, of course he's confused. Like, why? Okay, there's still a chance to get hit of something by something. Oh my god. Okay, man, don't just stand there. At least try to get her out. So she does feel numb. I feel like okay. That why do they always kiss each other? All the characters in this series. So from that therapy, she actually started feeling numb. I feel like is what I'm trying to say. Oh, friend, that's really sweet. I mean, maybe for him it hurts, but I think friend title is way more important than just romantic relationship. And that was another suicide attempt. I kind of didn't realize. I mean, it was. Yeah, like, do you not care about her if she broke your heart? You know, I said it before, but James is not really like a bad person. He has a lot of issues, but he has his good moments. And I think he did make her relapse in a way that made her try and take her own life again in a way, even she didn't really intend it. It's just, I'm sorry, she just wanted to feel something. I'm sorry. But I don't think that therapy was actually good for her, really. I think she should try some other counseling. She's just in the facility again, in the same one. I think there needs to be some kind of different approach. I'm sure there is a better one. Yeah. In here. So the numbing therapy helped with the voices, but She wants a new counselor. Yeah, he kind of works here. It's not that easy, I think. Well, she did say so. Freddy is not just doing it by himself. He is doing it after she said she doesn't want this guy anymore. So she is not stupid. She realizes, oh, that didn't work. I thought it was working, but it really didn't work. It numbed me for a while, but it was never a solution. I think Freddy just needs to understand that it is not easy to love someone who is so lost within themselves. So he needs to have a lot of patience and understanding. But at the same time, he is a very young person himself. I understand it can be really hard to to accept all of this, to go through all of that. It's very not easy. That she feels so lost that she... Yeah. Clearly she loves Freddy and wants to be with him, but she also really wants to get better. So she was just trying to do that. But then now, thanks to Cook, she realized that wasn't a solution. So she accepted her feelings again to Freddy. And I love how her mom is caring about her so much. She felt like more absent before. Then her poor mom, first with Tony and now with Effie. So much shit happened to her kids. But he's like here outside. Is he like the main one in this hospital? John Foster is just like on the entrance. So is this like his establishment? So they want to move her to another establishment? They kind of set him as a villain in a sense, visually. Ah, that's his house. Oh my god. I'm sorry. He tried. It was just the wrong approach. He was arrogant. He felt like he's... This guy is scaring me now. I thought maybe he was just like very arrogant, thinking that he is really helping her a lot. Is he a serial killer? Does he want to kill him? What is going on? What the fuck? Freddy, window, something, weapon. Does he kill him? What the fuck? That went completely south. I don't think he can survive that. that turned into like a horror movie real quick. What the fuck? That counselor is actually way scarier than I thought. At first, I thought he's just too confident, right? He thinks that he cured her already, like everything is fine, and well, it's really not. Then there were some hints, like there's some romantic attraction that was really icky and creepy. There were some hints to that. And I was like, ew, he wants to like hit on her and stuff and separate her from the other people in her life so she would be dependent on him and feel attached to him, and then he would like make his move when she's vulnerable. Then well, that nothing like that happened. I was okay, maybe he's just being set up as, without the hitting on her part, set to be this person that she's just psychologically dependent on in a bad way, this kind of toxic patient and doctor, can I call him doctor, relationship. That's something that Cook actually helped her escape from. And I thought, like, okay, now she just drops him and everything drops. And, like, he is out of the picture. that took such a wild fucking turn. I'm sorry, what? What the fuck just happened? It was like we were watching one genre and now it's a completely different genre. And I kind of got that feel very like before he took out the baseball bat. I said like, oh, and especially when Freddy couldn't open the door, but even before that, the setting and what he was saying, that he wants to continue interacting with Effie, and then the way he phrased things made it seem like he did get attached to her and he does want to get to her in one way or another, like get this attachment with her, that maybe he's even slightly obsessed with her, like something is very creepy here. But I thought at first he's just going to kind of talk to Freddy, kind of try to sort things out, maybe give some reasons, like, oh, like there's this good idea I can try, the idea is this and that, please, like, let me try this out and stuff like that, try reasoning. But then, especially like when the door wasn't opening, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see, like, but even things he said before that, they were like, oh, what? But then when he took the baseball bat, it's like, it was super obvious. I was still hoping that maybe Freddy can run away, maybe he gets hurt, just gets hurt and like gets put in the hospital so he's out of commission. But the way it was going, it really looked like he was fucking murdered there. So this went to like a horror film, to like a murder, well, without the mystery. I don't know how to... I was told that the finale is going to... What was the word? The finale is going to be quite interesting, quite impactful. This is not the finale yet. There's one more episode. But what? I didn't expect this kind of twist. I'm just speechless. I don't even know what to say. Honestly, okay, in terms of the whole episode, I'm trying my best to understand like what's going through Effie's head, but it is really hard for me. I feel like overall I am a pretty sane person. I did feel like some, of course, like distress and stuff in my life, and felt depressed. Not like I had depression, but more like a figure of a speech, right? I felt depressed, especially like when the war started. That was pretty hard, but at the same time, I never had, I feel like, any real psychological issues like that. Like, even then, I just felt very numb and shocked. And, of course, like, I couldn't work, I couldn't do anything, which is a natural state for someone who just, like in a shock, can't really, it's hard to accept your reality, so to say. So even so, it's really hard for me to figure out like what is really the issue. As I said, I'm not any kind of medical professional myself, especially in this field. So I'm trying to understand what led to everything. So this creepy serial well, I'm not sure if he's a serial killer, okay? I can assume a lot here. But this murderer, creepy guy, Yandere, I don't know, he thinks that Tony's accident was really this kind of breaking point for Effie, after which she started getting worse herself. But I feel like there was always something wrong there. Because even if we remember Series 1, I think this is just building on Series 1. Because there was this thing that she didn't really talk much, right? She was always silent. The only person she really talked with was Tony. Then something bad happening to Tony was just some kind of inciting incident that made her feel worse. But there was always something off there. Then I felt like she feels like people around her maybe don't really see her for who she is. And I remember in Series 1 she said some weird thing like, I hate those that I should love and I love those that I should hate. So I feel like this is all connected, and this was also showing that that scene in Series 1, or was it already in the second season, but with the first generation is what I mean, right? When that guy that was very complicated, if you watch Skins you probably remember, right, kidnapped her. There was this scene when she was tripping on drugs, right? She said these things, and I felt like there is something deeply disturbing like within her mind, like she is not feeling well, so to say, right? And so maybe what she surrounded herself with in her life is just worsening that, but that's something that she always had in her. So to really help her, maybe it would be something like teaching her how to live with this really, without numbing herself, but rather learning to work through it, as I said, to find ways to live like this and not get crazy because of that, right? So, but at the same time, it seems to me now that John Foster didn't really try to help her. Maybe at first, but then it felt more like he was using this counseling to kind of hypnotize her and brainwash her. It wasn't even intended to be help at all. Or he feels like she's a very good subject to experiment on with some kind of psychological tricks. Either way, yeah, it's not something that I'm sure there's something else that could help her. Holy shit. What happens now? I'm really curious to see the next episode. I think it's not unreasonable for me to assume that Freddy might be dead because characters they died before in Skins, like maybe not in Murder specifically, but it's not something out of the realm of possibility for this show. But if he does, I can see that really being something so bad for Effie's psyche. I don't know how can she even recover from this. This is, especially since he died in such a violent manner. Obviously, it would be more like he's missing. Obviously, this guy isn't going to come out and say, "Hey, I murdered this boy." He is going to try and hide it, so it will be like Freddy's missing. And maybe she will feel like he abandoned her or something. So it's of course quite different. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that the truth does come to life. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I feel like we just need to watch the last episode, because there will be, I assume, some continuation of everything, so I'm just making a lot of assumptions there, but I will know soon enough if some of them are correct or not. We'll just move to the last episode, and then we are going to talk about everything. If I'm correct, if I didn't mistake anything, the 8th episode is the last one. Correct me if I'm wrong. So after that, we will talk about everything and we'll discuss everything. But I think I'll call it for today because I'm not going to go into too many theories when very soon it's going to be obvious what really happens next, so we'll just have to wait and see. So please share your thoughts about this episode in the comments down below, without spoilers of course, but I will probably have watched the last episode by the time I publish this reaction, but maybe for other people also, they don't want to see spoilers if they're following along and watching the show for the first time. Yeah, everything about the next episode in the comment section of the next episode. But yeah, that would be it for today. Just I need to process this. So thank you for watching and see ya.